Picture this. You are sitting across from someone you really like. The lighting is perfect, the food is great. They finish telling a story, they smile, they look at you, and there is total silence. You want to say something charming, but your mind goes completely blank. You are terrified of saying the wrong thing in English.
Exactly. It is the ultimate nightmare. First dates are already stressful, but when you're dating in a second language, it feels like you're walking through a minefield blindfolded.
Welcome back to the English Session Podcast. I'm Marcus, and today we're tackling the First Date Survival Guide. We're going to give you the exact phrases to give a genuine compliment, keep the conversation flowing naturally, and, the most awkward part of all, how to handle the bill at the end of the night without ruining the romance. Joining me in the studio today is relationship and communication coach, Sarah. Sarah, thank you for being here.
It is a pleasure, Marcus. This is my absolute favorite topic to teach.
Let us start right at the beginning. You walk into the coffee shop, you see your date. Everyone knows you should give a compliment, but saying you look beautiful or you are handsome often feels a little forced, or it stops the conversation immediately.
Exactly. Those are what we call dead-end compliments. If you say, "You look beautiful," the only thing the other person can say is "thank you," and then the awkward silence begins.
So how do we fix that?
You use an action compliment. Instead of complimenting their genetics, compliment their choices, and always follow it with a question.
Give us an example.
Instead of "you look nice," say this: "I really love your style. That jacket looks great on you. Where did you get it?"
Where did you get it? I see. You gave the compliment, but you instantly gave them a topic to talk about.
Exactly. Another great phrase, if they picked the restaurant, is "you have great taste. This place has an amazing atmosphere. Have you been here before?" It makes them feel smart, and it starts the conversation instantly.
That is incredibly helpful. But let's say we're 20 minutes into the date. The basic questions are finished. You already asked, where are you from and what do you do for work? How do you stop the conversation from dying?
This is where English learners panic. They think they need to tell a fascinating, perfect story. You don't. You just need to master a technique called thread pulling.
Thread pulling, like pulling a thread on a sweater?
Exactly. When your date is speaking, you listen for one specific detail, the thread, and you pull it by asking a how or what question. For example, Marcus, tell me a boring fact about your week.
Well, I had to stay late at the office on Tuesday to finish a presentation.
Okay, the beginner English speaker would say, "Oh, that's too bad," and the conversation dies. But I'm going to pull the thread. I'll say, "Staying late is the worst. What was the presentation about?"
I see. You took one small detail and expanded it.
Yes. And if the conversation completely stops, don't panic. Use a pivot phrase. My favorite pivot phrase is, "So tell me, what's the best thing that happened to you this week?"
What's the best thing that happened to you this week? That's a beautifully positive question. It forces them to share a happy memory, and people love talking about things that make them happy. Now, Sarah, we have to talk about the most terrifying moment of the date. The waiter walks over and places the bill on the table.
The ultimate tension. In different cultures, there are very strict rules about who pays, but in modern English-speaking dating culture, it can be very confusing.
If you're the person who wants to pay for everything, what's a polite, confident way to say it without sounding aggressive?
You don't want to argue about it. When the bill comes, smoothly reach for it and say, "Please, let me get this one." Or a slightly more casual phrase is, "I've got this."
Let me get this one. That implies that they can pay for the next date, which is a great psychological trick.
Exactly. You can even add, "Let me get this one. You can buy the coffee next time."
Brilliant. But what if you genuinely want to split the cost evenly? Sometimes saying, "I'll pay half" sounds a bit too much like a business transaction.
You're right. The most natural, polite way to use is, "Should we split it?" Or if they reach for the bill first, you can softly interrupt and say, "Let's go 50-50 on this."
Let's go 50-50. That's very common and completely acceptable.
Let's put it all together. We're at a cafe. We've just sat down. Let's do a quick role play using the action complement, a pivot phrase, and the bill.
Perfect. Let's begin.
Hi, Marcus. I'm so glad we could finally meet up. And I have to say, I really love your style. That jacket looks great on you. Where did you get it?
Thank you, Sarah. I actually picked it up on a trip to Japan last year.
Oh, Japan. That's amazing. What was the best thing you ate while you were there?
And that's why I never eat spicy food anymore. Anyway, look, the waiter brought the check. Please let me get this one.
Are you sure? We can absolutely split it.
I insist. I've got this. You can buy the coffee next time.
That sounds perfect. Thank you, Marcus. And scene? Notice how smooth that was? No panic, no awkward silences.
It completely removes the anxiety from the situation. Sarah, before we close the show, what's your final piece of advice for our listeners who have a date coming up this weekend?
My advice is this: don't try to be perfect. Your date is not a grammar teacher. If you stumble on a word, just smile and laugh about it. Confidence and warmth are 1,000,000 times more attractive than perfect English. Just focus on getting to know the person in front of you.
That is the absolute truth. To our listeners, you can download all the phrases from today's date and our free PDF survival guide linked in the description below. If this episode helped you feel more confident, please subscribe to English Session Podcast. Keep practicing, be brave, and we'll see you in the next episode.